Sal Piacente has specialist expertise that he hopes will make him wealthy in Las Vegas. Sal's a sleight-of-hand master and knows practically every cheating move that exists. He could fleece a casino anytime he wanted, but fortunately for them, he's on their side. Sal wants to set up a consultancy, advising casinos how to stop the very best cheats. The biggest problem for Sal is whether the casinos are going to trust him or not. Although Vegas operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it really only comes alive at night. That's when everyone's out. Tourists, pro gamblers, hustlers, and cheats. It's when the casinos are at their busiest and most vulnerable. And that's exactly when Sal Piacente hits town. Sal's originally from Brooklyn. He arrived in Vegas via the casinos of Atlantic City and Reno, having been both a player and a dealer. Many people involved in the gambling industry have tried both sides of the gaming table, but Sal has experienced it at its most devious.
It attracts people from all walks of life, every character you want in there. Card counters, shuffle trackers, computer players. Then we get into the hardcore cheating, such as there was one person at the Monte Carlo stealing full stacks of chips right off the table.
Uncovering the subtle but devastating cheating moves that the casino's internal surveillance misses. He then sells his privileged information back to the casinos.
I like to keep abreast of everything that's new. I like to see the new shuffle machines. I like to see the new shuffle procedures. It's a passion of mine. I like to know, keep abreast of everything that's going on out here. Nowadays, it's getting so sophisticated. For instance, on one scam that hit several casinos, they actually put a camera on the table and put it up into the shuffle machine and actually got a sequence of the cards as they were falling for the final shuffle. And as technology gets more sophisticated, so will the scams. And to catch them is much more of a challenge. If you walk to any spy shop, they have tie cameras, belt buckle cameras, beeper cameras, and every day it's getting smaller and smaller, where who only knows where you could put them next.
To keep ahead of the latest threats to the industry, Sal maintains close contact with the gambling underworld.
We know people on both sides of the tracks, there's no doubt.
He's preparing for the World Gaming Convention, the biggest casino trade fair in the world. It's a vital opportunity for Sal to pick up new clients, so he's home polishing his moves.
This is a standard shuffle used in the industry. So it's a riffle, a box, and then a strip.
Cards have always been Sal's passion. His sleight-of-hand skills have taken years to perfect.
A riffle, a strip, and then one more riffle. So the card should appear mixed, but in reality it was a false shuffle. Nothing changed.
Sleight-of-hand tricks by their own dealers are what casinos fear the most.
Exactly as it would be used today. The most dangerous scam is a scam where you have inside collusion. That's where the casino is going to get hit the hardest. Whether it be having someone have access to the cards, that could be in the security department, or there be a dealer handing off money, or a dealer giving a sequence of the cards.
The annual World Gaming Expo is confirmation that this really is the undisputed gambling capital. Every company in the industry is here, selling everything that makes Vegas, Vegas. Sal's also been in luck and got a contract to perform demonstrations for a leading card manufacturer. Just before the convention, he discovered a dangerous flaw in a shuffle machine, which a team had exploited at the expense of at least one major casino.
Randomize the cards. We don't have enough time, so companies develop machines.
To demonstrate the problem with the machine, he's rigged the deck with aces. In theory, the machine should shuffle them randomly.
Now if I was going to cut, I would cut right in the middle and wait for the first ace to appear. And let's see how thoroughly those aces are mixed. Let's look at roughly every fourth card. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. As a matter of fact, Sam's Town had it. And a team went in there and beat him. A shuffle track and team went in there and beat the machine. I believe it was 18,000 in one night. Next day the machine was out, from what I heard.
The desert that defines Vegas, defying the odds and thriving in a barren wasteland. Sal Piacente fell in love with it from day one.
Out here, you do whatever you want.
Las Vegas still has a sense of the Wild West. You can fire any weapon to within 1,000 yards of a homestead, and clearly many do.
Life here is great. I'm living in Nevada 4 years right now, and everything you want is right here. We shoot anytime we want, anywhere we want, for the most part. We have great skydiving at Boulder City, but in all reality, the main thing that everyone is here for is right over there in the valley, Nevada, is Las Vegas.
Card counters can beat the house for thousands of dollars. It's not illegal, but the casinos don't like to lose. So if they suspect someone of card counting, they'll refuse their action. Problem is, catching him in the first place. That's why casinos need someone like Sal, who can spot a professional at work.
I know we didn't have a chance to film before to see the openings, but we opened up the cards before we got here, marked them and resealed them.
The marks are virtually invisible, but just by glancing at the backs, Sal could read them as if they were face up.
But after these cards were shuffled, I can pretty much tell you this is not a 10 or an ace. This is a 10, not a 10 or an ace. Here's your 10. Here's another 10. Here's a low, 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 10. It wasn't a good hand, so when I tucked my card, I took out the black chip.
Blackjack methods of beating casinos, there are lots of them. I mean, if you want to get into all the cheating methods that are, you know, there are millions of them. There are moves out there that nobody knows about, that nobody's talking about.
That's why Sal's convinced casinos need his advice. They'll miss the things that are second nature to him.
Anyone who says they know it all and they can't be had are just building a false sense of security and they're just waiting to be taken, and wouldn't admit it if it happened.
No matter how good your surveillance systems are, an expert like Sal can make his move in the blink of an eye.